So that's free training with both unarmed and spears, or melee weapon, basically spears. And it's free experience. Side quest to help Hakunin take out these plants. A plant of dark soul. That's specifically what it's called. So I'm gonna throw a spear at said plant of dark soul. Probably right here. Yep, 62%. Yep. Didn't hit the plant. But I get more AP. So I'm gonna punch it. Plants don't have a groin, so I'm just gonna do my standard punches. Hope you all don't mind. There we go. There we go. Punch some more. Nope. It's a really dodgy plant. Dodgy plants. Hakuna, you got dodgy plants in your garden. They're giving me this shifty-eyed look. Without eyes, if you can believe it. Ah. 64%, man. Come on. Give me more hits than that, please. Is this Minecraft? Says Jade No More, a patron and member of the channel. Just because I was talking about you trolling me, Jade, doesn't mean you gotta troll me in the comments right now. You're great, and thank you for your support. No, this is not Minecraft. It's a chore. The Temple of Trials. That's why I did a guide on it. I want to get people through the Temple of Trials as quick as possible, so they can enjoy the rest of the game. And punching plants in the not groin. You know, as Fallout was intended. This one wasn't even attacking me, he was minding his own business. And I was like, ha ha ha, plant of Dark Soul. I'ma punch it. They're actually hurting me. Ow. Something. I didn't bring enough endurance. I gotta be honest though, endurance doesn't really matter too much late game. We had somebody in the Discord who was starting up I think a Fallout 1 or Fallout 2 playthrough. And I think they maxed out their endurance with a hope of survivability. And yeah, it does affect like your resistances to radiation and poison. But if some of the bigger enemies crit you, it's not going to matter what your endurance is. You're probably going to explode into bits and have to reload your game. This becomes a crit game at one point or another. So main character builds into crit, enemies get lucky crits. It's a crit game. That's okay. It happens.
You return the spirit of the dweller to the world and bring a smile to the soul of an old man in passing. For this, I give you powders of healing. Remember, they fog the mind as they cleanse the body.
Thank you.
And also, will I mix the Brock flower with the Xander root together whenever you bring both to me. May your pathways be true and your heart follow suit.
Thank you. And then I gotta ask him for healing again because I'm at 7 HP.
Ah, chosen.
Heal.
You are well.
Thank you.
Ah, chosen.
Thank you. Stop making that weird noise at me. You're weird, Hakunin. Thanks for the heals, but you're weird. He's described as such as well. Before you stands Hakunin, the village shaman. He appraises you with his crazy eyes from somewhere in a world only he inhabits. Yeah. So he's pretty high, like, all the time. Maybe a little too much of that healing powder, huh? So I'm going to use 3 of these healing powders to bargain for some flint a little bit later. But first, my young cousin Nagar. But I don't see his dog anywhere. He says, "Cousin, I'm glad to see you. I need your help." What do you need help with? Smoke ran off into the hunting grounds and hasn't come back, and now Morless won't let me go find him. She says it's too dangerous, and he's just a dog. But I was going to go anyway. But now you're here. And you could do it, and I wouldn't get in trouble. Sure. I'll find him right now. Okay. Nagor, Nagor? Yeah. This is the hunting grounds. Here we are. And you'll see some familiar beasties here. The geckos. There's a few. There is 4. 4 geckos here. As well as Brockflower and Xander Root. Can convince the Elder to make me some more healing powder that I will sell at a later date. Because it gives perception penalties and I don't want those. I'd rather just ask for heals without a penalty. Where I can. I think this herb is in a spot that I just can't reach. Because there's a tree in the way. Yeah. This is another thing I ran into in my test recording. I threw a spear, and it landed behind, like, this rock formation, and I simply couldn't pick it up. Because, I don't have that viewing circle like you do with going through walls. Or seeing through walls, that is. As you can see, the gecko are pretty docile, so I think I'm probably just gonna go find Smoke and see if I can, well, save first. Okay, so I accidentally hit quick load instead of quick save, and now the geckos are hostile instead of docile? Alright, I was gonna kill him anyway. I missed with the spear. Okay, well. Yeah, so I've been playing a game where quick save is F5. In this game, quick load is F5. So you can see where the problem lies. So that's a fun little thing that happened. But we're back to where we need to be, and I don't think anything else really changed. It was back before I got, you know, the extra melee training and repaired the well and talked to Hakunin. Could do that again, just like a checklist, no problem. Now we gotta deal with these gecko. These cute little gecko that will tear your leg off. And maybe we'll find Smoke. I know where Smoke is, but you're gonna find out where Smoke is. Smoke the dog is not a companion, a permanent one anyway. Only for this section. I should be using the hit and run tactic, by the way. I don't know why I'm not. There we go. End combat. Okay, so there was just one gecko for now. Quick save with the proper hotkey this time. Maybe you just gotta be in their front arc. Front visual arc. Okay. There we go. Gotta get that Brockflower and Xander Root. Bring back to Hakunin. For some more healing powder. Oh! They grow in different spots. Oh my goodness. I didn't know this. They grow in different spots. Because there was one back here last time. Behind this tree and I couldn't get to it. What? Yeah, now there's one behind this tree that I definitely can't get to. That's something I just learned. From a quick load issue. Can I even reach that one? I don't think I can. No, that's just unreachable. Alright. Well. Oh. Smoke. Smoke? Hello? Smoke isn't here. Even though we hear a dog barking. That's a problem. Could be why they're hostile? Oh, because I didn't talk to Nagar. This is a comment by Jason Alexander Wong. Will you do another playthrough after this playthrough? Like Big Mod New California? Bold of you to assume I plan ahead that far at all. I don't have a team, let alone a planning department. I'm a one-man show. Without even finishing recording it, I'm going to tell you right now that Fallout 2 is going to be one of the longer playthroughs on the channel. So that's where my focus is right now, and focusing on multiple things is bad for Caedo. So I'm not going to rush into other things I could do. But I will say that overhaul mods, I had my fill when I did one for a live stream, a couple of sessions. Overhaul mods are not really my thing, like, at all. They're generally a chore to install and get to work properly, not to mention trying to get things set up for recording. And there's the unseen factors of stability, like how stable is it? Is it going to crash repeatedly? Will I lose footage? Just don't even want to bother. Don't feel like bothering with it. Maybe I've just lost patience with this kind of thing. Probably the same reason I got a pre-built PC, honestly, and just shove some more hard drives into it. So keep the questions coming, but when it comes to future playthroughs, I have no idea, because this one just barely got started. Aha! Nagor says, "You found Smoke, thanks! Smoke, you're a bad dog!" You're welcome, goodbye. Alright. Oh yeah, the other thing, the extra thing that I did was I took stuff from the Elder's tent that I forgot to get. Which was, I think it was just another healing powder and a knife. And maybe a fruit. That's about it. Go back to Hakunin. Get healed. Right? Take all those free heals you can get.
Chosen. You are well. Chosen.
Goodbye. And then we have one last thing to do in the village before we actually head out on our holy quest to retrieve the Gek and go to our first lead in Klamath. Oh, I forgot the shovel as well. Look at me forgetting everything now. I go to the bridge out front. Then I need to speak to the bridge guy. Bridge guard. Does he have a name? Before stands you a large warrior of your village holding a spear. Nameless villager warrior guy. He says, "Hello, chosen one. Off to find the Gek?" "Yes, but I was wondering about your spear. It looks a little different." He says, "My father taught me how to make stronger blades than most. Get me a piece of flint and I'll fix your spear too. You'll need it in the wilderness." Where can I find a piece of flint? He says, "They say your Aunt Morless has been hoarding a piece. She's so ill-tempered, I don't think anyone's asked her. Of course, the witch will want something in return." And then I say, "Thanks. Goodbye." Aunt Morless is not very nice. And she's over here in this tent. She says, "What is it? You know I have a lot to do." Minox said... She says, "Minox said what? Out with the child. That, you might have some flint?" She says, "I do. You want some, is that it?" "Well, yeah." She says, "Well, I want 3 doses of healing powder. Bad times are coming and I'm going to be ready. Bring them to me and you can have your flint. Now get to it." Aunt Morless, I have 3 right here." She says, "Here's the flint. Now off with you. I don't have time to gossip." "Thank you, Aunt Morless." She's just a treat. More like a means to an end, I think. If you haven't noticed yet, a lot of the villagers are related. Not the biggest of gene pools in Arroyo.
Chosen. My garden is well. How is yours?
I'd like you to make some healing powder for me.
May this be of no use.
Okay, thank you. May this be of no use. That's funny. Okay, so now I've got 5 healing powders once again. I gave Aunt Morless 3. But once I get to Klamath, I'm probably going to trade them in for something more useful. But last thing, we need to talk to Warrior Man with the neat spear and get ours modified the same way. He says, "Did you talk your aunt out of her flint?" "Yes, I have some right here." He says, "It's a good piece. Give me your spear." Here you go. Now put the pieces like so. Okay. Here is your new spear. Thank you, friend. This will help a lot. So now I can show you the differences between the razor-tipped polearm, the regular spear, and the sharpened spear. Sharpened spear has 4 to 15 damage. Regular spear has 3 to 13 damage. So doing this little side quest results in a more powerful spear. Obviously, the difference between, you know, being unarmed and using a spear is the spears do have a higher AP cost. And I can get 3 punches, 3 unaimed punches in, whereas the spear you can get 2, I think 2 maximum spear attacks. But now we can go off on our quest to Klamath. So let's head out to the map. And then it shows where we must go first. Not much of the map is discovered yet, but there's a lot of map here. We've got a lot to discover. And now I'm lost in the darkness. Uh-oh. Oh, at least it's ants. Oh, thank goodness. I was super worried. Giant ant. You see nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, so I didn't kill the geckos. So I don't know if I'm very close to a level just yet. But I am going to take advantage of... Wow, I just one-shot that ant. Here we go. Only a couple of them seem to care that I'm ready to fight. Yeah. Yeah, these are weak ants. So weak. I feel like I'm at a pretty distinct advantage. And the random encounter was being very nice to me. I'm not running into, you know, giant rad scorpions right off the bat. It's kind of nice. I gotta be honest. I really appreciate that. Yep, dead. And dead. Nope, still alive. Yeah, these ants are actually... It seems like these ants are actually weaker than the ones that were in the temple. Yeah, pretty sure. No, I probably wouldn't have gotten enough XP for leveling up from random encounters, and I don't want to take that risk either. If I had killed the geckos. And there's going to be more geckos to fight in Klamath anyway, because they got the trapping grounds there. So, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be just fine. Doing side missions in Klamath, seeing if we can find Vic. Getting another spear to sell, maybe. I don't know. And we go on. We go on and on to Klamath. So far, so good. Do we get another encounter before then? No? Hey, nice. Just one encounter. And here we are. We've made it to Klamath. Where is Vic? What are all these places? Where do I start? Well, luckily, in First Town, my words are escaping me. As per the usual with first towns that protagonists visit, there's a message board with all the things to do in town on it. Message board says that there are several things here, some ads, jobs notices, and even a drawing. It looks as though some of these have been here for a while. Why don't we look closer at that drawing? A crude drawing of what looks like a Brahmin with an X through it, and the word Tor scrawled underneath. I think I'll take a look at another notice. Special thanks to Wasteland Legends Sven and the rest of my patrons on screen now. You can catch future episodes of this playthrough on Wednesdays and Fridays, noon and 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm Caedo Genesis. May you wander the wasteland like you own it.